We've talked about the strange sickness going around, but what I just found today is wild.
So are we ever going to talk about why all of these giant data centers are popping up all over America overnight, or are we just going to ignore that? Because if you ask me, I don't think it's for the reason they're telling us.
Exactly.
I don't think they're building all these AI data centers so you could ask ChatGPT how long to boil water before
And we already seen, different concerns by people that the data centers are messing with the water, the air. It's not right what's happening, guys.
making pasta. I think that's the cute little story they want us to believe. Because you don't need a data center almost 3 times the size of Manhattan for that. We have lived just fine without AI for thousands of years. And I also think this was locked in and approved before any of us thought we had a voice.
100%.
So then why does the US have over 5,000 data centers? Maybe it's to gather more information on us.
I also saw in one of the videos that we recently looked at that they're also going to make small data centers. So like not the massive ones, they're going to make small ones around the size like of an AC outside that connects to the homes as well. It's very strange. Very strange things are happening across America, and that's what we're diving into in this video.
Just think about how they keep the economy struggling on purpose so we become more dependent on them.
Right.
And these data centers suck up billions of gallons of water a day just for cooling. Almost every town in America is getting a data center. Nothing has ever expanded this quickly in American history without public approval. So yeah, I don't think this is about helping us at all. Something bigger is being built. The question is who it's really for.
And personally, I think it's all by design. I think the data centers, the introduction of AI, all of this is being created and formed and manipulated into the subconscious of many people across the globe, across the nation, to enact something that has been prophesized, that has been biblical. You name it. It's very strange, and personally, I think we need to take a stand against this before it gets too late. In this next clip, we have Joe Rogan talking about something strange happening in Yosemite.
The people that were working back then aren't working anymore. It's not like anyone's going to get in trouble.
No, half of them are dead.
Right.
And Tim said, okay, I'll have my people get a hold of you. They got a hold of me. They said that they called DOI. They said that DOI people said, yeah, we'll get a hold of you. I called them 3 times. They won't call me back.
So what do you think's going on?
So when you look at the totality of, and let's just talk about Yosemite. As I dug into it, there's probably over 50 people missing in Yosemite as we talk right now.
It's very scary. That is very scary and disturbing. 50 people missing.
When I asked for a list from Yosemite, from the Department of the Interior 12 years ago, they said they don't have a list. I asked for a list of missing people from the entire system in the Department of Interior. They said we don't have a list. And I said, well, okay, I've written so many books. I'm a printed author. I'm going to ask you to put that list together for me.
What is happening in Yosemite? Is anyone from Yosemite that could comment down below and explain the strange occurrence that is taking place? A lot of people all over the nation are getting sick. What explains this? Let's take a look at this clip.
We've talked about the strange sickness going around, but what I just found today is wild. Follow and stay to the end, because this could be another piece of the puzzle. Right now, thousands of people in Indiana and Arizona are breathing air officially labeled unhealthy. Not bad,
air.
Not concerning, unhealthy.
Unhealthy.
According to official Air Now tracking, Elkhart, Dunlap, Jamestown, Payson, and even parts of Phoenix are sitting in the red zone for fine particle pollution, PM 2.5.
Is this because of the data centers that we saw earlier in the video?
Now here's where it gets interesting. PM 2.5 isn't dust. It's not pollen. These are microscopic particles, small enough to travel deep into the lungs, and in some cases, into the bloodstream. And you know what symptoms PM 2.5 exposure can cause according to the EPA? Coughing, burning throat, headaches, fatigue, difficulty breathing, heart rhythm issues, and something they call irritation responses. Sound familiar?
Disturbing.
Now, here's the real question, and I'm asking this hypothetically. If these particles can travel into the bloodstream, what happens when it rains?
CC in the comments, I've been feeling dizzy. Nina, pay attention to the skies. Lisha, I feel dizzy. We have been getting sick here in Gainesville, North Carolina as well.
Something strange happened days ago in Chicago.
Chicago.
2 moons appeared in the sky. People rushed to film
Moons,
it.
What?
Some say it was a glitch. Others blame AI or camera tricks. But we at Daily Faith Ministry are here to show you a different perspective. Throughout the Bible, God used signs in the heavens to warn his people. In Luke 21:25, Jesus said, "There will be signs in the sun,
Signs.
moon, and stars. On the earth, nations will be in anguish." What if this wasn't a glitch,
What if it
but a
was a
divine
sign?
warning most will ignore?
Divine
In these final days,
warning.
even the skies are crying out. Science may look for explanations, but the Spirit is calling for repentance. 2 moons, 2 paths. One leads to truth, the other to deception.
Following footage was recorded by a man by the name of Chris out of Carlsbad, California. On June 20th, he was just
California now.
enjoying a day at the beach when he noticed something weird happening with some of the people around him. Mind you, it wasn't everybody, but
some
just
of them.
different people sporadically down the beach. They stopped what they were doing. Some stood up and looked out towards the ocean, and he thinks they were looking at something specifically. He couldn't see what. But this completely terrified him. He has no idea what happened. These people eventually just went back to what they were doing like nothing happened. Take a look at this
Were they
footage.
possessed? Did they see beings that just entranced them?
Comment below. Let us know what you think is going on.
This is in California. Look at them, they're standing. They're just standing around, just staring into the ocean. They're just staring into the ocean. George Brown says just ask them what they were watching and maybe you get the answer. He needs to point the camera to the ocean and zoom in from Asia number. At sunset, many stop to see if they can catch a glimpse of the green flash. What green flash is Big here talking about? This is at Memphis.
It's a quiet neighborhood in Memphis for right now. I'm gonna walk around here, y'all. Since I got y'all on live, if something happened to me, let me know y'all up in here. So if something happened to me, y'all can't say, well, we was on the live and saw what happened to. I'm going around the house, y'all. All right, this is where I've been hearing my bedroom window.
Strange sounds.
It's right there.
He thinks it's fallen angels.
Oh, Lord, y'all, here comes somebody. We gotta pause it. Here comes somebody. All right, they passed. Okay. I'm pushing my light there, y'all. That's where something jumps off of my house and over my fence.
Jumps off his house.
And I'm right there at the window. I can hear it so good. My camera will start making some kind of noise, like it's messing with the electricity or something when it happens. Let me know if y'all see something. I'm trying. I don't want to mess with the neighbors.
From dawn, I used to hear someone or something walking across my roof. Go out and don't see nothing. Don't see anything. That is so strange. 33, priceless. Well, I don't know, but here in AZ, we have the donkey man who gets on the roof and literally jumps. You could hear him run across the roof, but the belief is that he's like the leprechaun man. So pray. Jayla, I'm ready to tell my story. Driving on Summer Ave and literally saw something run across the street without a face. What is happening?
Something strange is happening in my beloved home state of Texas, where someone or something is mutilating cattle. 3 different counties, 6 cows have been found dead, with each scene more grisly than the next. They don't make sense. The cows' tongues have been cut out.
They've been mutilated with their tongues cut out.
Almost surgically. There's almost no signs of spilled blood.
What?
And nearly 2 of the cows had their organs removed. Authorities say they were unable to find any sign of footprints or tire tracks around the scenes. On top of that, the areas around the carcasses were undisturbed, like no signs of a struggle for the cows. And as troubling as all this is, stories like this have been happening actually for decades.
What could be the reason for this? Mutilated cattle? Their tongues cut out without any blood being spilled, no footprints, no No tire tracks, none of that. Is it aliens? Is it a great deception that is taking place? These are the signs we see for maintenance. This has been going on for 75 years now. Maria, aliens. Super G, X-Files, the US has the chupacabras. I've heard of chupacabras. Those are, you know, demonic folklore. It's very strange things. And in this last clip, we see strange lights in the skies across America. Look at that, guys. What could it be? Oh my goodness. You'd think this is like a movie, this is science fiction, but this is all real. This is all real that is happening across the nation. My goodness. I'm gonna hop over to Google Gemini here and ask about Bible verse about signs in the sky and see what we get. The most famous Bible verse about signs in the sky is Luke 21:25. And there will be signs in sun and moon and stars, and on the earth distress of nations in perplexity because of the roaring of the sea and the waves. Even Matthew 24:29-30, immediately after the tribulation of those days, the sun will be darkened, and the moon will not give its light, and the stars will fall from heaven, and the powers of heavens will be shaken. Then will appear in heaven the sign of the Son of Man. Acts 2 verse 19, and I will show wonders in the heavens above, the signs on the earth below, blood, fire, and vapor of smoke. Could this all mean that God is showing us that he's about to return very soon, and he's showing us these signs? Could it be aliens? What do you guys think? Could it be a deception by the global elite, the secret societies, if you will? What do you guys think it is? In the comments section. I believe our Lord God Jesus is real, and he's returning soon. And I think we should definitely pay attention to the signs that are out there and be very wary of what's to come. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Share this with anyone you know has seen things like this, to show them that they're not alone in this. Let's have a discussion in the comments. Would really appreciate if you guys subscribe. It really helps the channel out. And thank you so much for the support. God bless, and I'll catch you in the next one.